Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about adding with decimals. And we're going to use the abacus today to kind of drive home the point of why it's so important to line up the decimals when we're adding with decimals, and to really understand the value of the amounts we're talking about. So today we're starting with the problem that you see on the board, which is $48.65 plus $5. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our $48 onto the abacus. So we're going to start in the tens column and put our $40 in. So here's 10, 20, 30, $40. And now we want to put our $8 into the ones place. But if you notice here, down here on the ones beads, we only have 4. So that's not going to give us $8. So we need to start with our 5 bead. 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you see we've got $48. This is our decimal right here. And now we want to put our 65 cents on. So we start in the tenths place. We bring down our 5 again and add a 1 bead. So that's 60. And then we want to do 5 cents. So again, that's $48.65. Now we want to add $5 onto that. And if you notice on the board, the $5 doesn't actually have a decimal point. It's just a dollar sign and a 5. And so sometimes we forget where that value is going to go. Now a lot of times people would think, oh, let's just put it right here and line it up in the very first column. Except that when I bring a 5 bead down here, what is this actually worth? Exactly, that's only 5 cents. Well, okay, what if we move to the next column and move a 5 bead down here? What would that be worth? Yeah, that's 50 cents, and we need $5. So what we'd really need to do is put it here in the ones column, so when we brought that 5 down, it would make $5. The only problem we run into now is that if we were to pull a 5 down here, the bead doesn't exist. We can't do it. We've already actually used the 5 bead. So what we would do is we would add 1. That makes 9. We still have 4 more to add to that, and I've already used all my beads in that place value. So what I need to do is I need to then, my next one is going to jump into the next column, into the tens place. So that was 1. Let me start over here. This is going to be adding another 1. Gosh darn it, we're in another problem because we've run out of ones beads. So we're going to have to put this down, and this is going to be our second bead that we add. That's going to turn it into 2. And then we say 3, 4, 5. You notice that was kind of complicated. We finally added 5 $1 bills into our value here, but we had to do quite a bit of regrouping there, didn't we? Okay, so now let's check out our answer. Here in this column, we used none of our ones beads. We only used the 5. So that's going to be 50, 51, 52, $53.65. So there was a lot of regrouping, but it kind of helps us understand where that $5 would go. It also helps us understand how those numbers jump into the next column when we've run out of space in that column. So hopefully that helped you understand a little bit better of where to put a value of money or to work with decimals, and it's also helped you understand regrouping a little bit. You guys did a great job today. We'll be reviewing this quite a bit from here on out so you guys can really understand the value of numbers that we're talking about and get a better idea of what place value means. Thanks a lot, you guys.